everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on this sketchbook spread, my first in a new sketchbook series that I'm so excited to be doing for you all. So welcome to the channel. I will be using the Real Arteza watercolor brush pens, which I bought years and years ago and actually have never used, so this will be fun. And I'll be using the Royal Art Talent sketchbook here, which has some super cute stickers from an artist on Instagram that I absolutely love. So here I am, just starting out with my sketches in my sketchbook. Also, please bear with me, I'm very new to filming and recording YouTube videos, so it'll be a learning curve, but I promise that if you stick with me, it should hopefully pay off. My skills will get better, just as my art skills are improving. So here I'm using the Prismacolor Col-Erase pen. So I have the set with all the different colours, and I actually really enjoy using it. It just feels very loose and very comfortable when I'm sketching. And also when it comes to laying down the water, it doesn't get all muddy from sort of the graphite. I know that I think if you use 2H pencils it's the same, but using this one I just really liked sort of the brown, how it pops a little underneath, and it's quite visible on the camera as well, so it's easier for me to use and for everyone to see what I'm doing. And I've included the reference photos as well, because it's actually one of my favourite exercises to watch YouTube videos, watch artists, watch them just sketching, and sort of pause the YouTube video and I'll just sort of sketch along and copy the reference photo and just try and copy what they're doing and play about. I think it's really what helped me start to get over the fear of just then finding the reference photos myself and just going for it and having a play and seeing what happens. And I think this is the first sketchbook spread that I think I've really done this for. I was primarily a digital artist before this. That's where I've learned a lot of my skills for the last year and a half. When I started drawing regularly again, it was on Procreate on my iPad, and I just occasionally would dip in to traditional art again in sketchbooks and play about, but then I would always go back to my iPad until just a month or two ago. And this year I started just picking up pencils and pens and just going into my sketchbook, and it felt really comfortable in a way that it hasn't in a long time. And I finally thought, oh, here I can get started. I can really try and experiment and play about the way I've always wanted to, and it's felt really good. And I'm really excited to hopefully bring a series to YouTube of just experimenting in my sketchbook and really trying to improve and create a wee community. So if you're in the same boat that I'm in, that you've bought loads of sketchbooks and art supplies and you've spent years just maybe occasionally filling them in, just doing doodles in them and not really liking what you see, then please comment below and let me know, and let's be in this journey together, and let's grow, and let's really try and develop our skills to the way we really want them. Or if you're one of these truly amazing people that can just straight up jump into their sketchbook and get going, hats off to you. I'm only finally just learning to get there, and please be a part of this journey too. You know, we can all definitely learn from each other and support and encourage each other, and I'm really looking forward to that. So here's some swatching that I'm doing, since like I said, I've never actually used these brush pens. So just playing about and seeing how it looks with the colour, without diluted from the water, how they all look together and maybe on top of each other, because I will be layering them on top of the shirt and the hair, and just seeing how they all go cohesively together. And you know, it takes away a little bit of the nerves and the pressure from when I finally start to put the pen in, because I've loosened up a little, I've played with them, and I can really see, not say I know exactly what I'm doing when it then comes to putting them on the page, but I have a little bit of a better idea of where to start. And for the Scooter Girl in particular, I'm really going to just go in without diluting it with the water, because I really like how strong her colours are. One of the main reasons I picked the photo. And so that's what I've done. I've just gone in layering the layers with the initial colours without diluting them with any water. Also, I'm not aiming for any hyper-realism, it's sort of not even semi-realistic, I guess. It's very stylized. I'm still learning how to draw portraits in particular. They seem to be something that's taken me well over almost 2 years now, and I'm still quite rusty with them. But that's a journey that we're on, and I'm trying not to let it hold me back from doing other things and experimenting with creating the sketchbook spreads and characters and illustrations that I want to, but just know that, you know, they'll look the way they do, and I'll just learn as I go, and we'll see what happens. And we'll hopefully grow our artistic voices and our skills, and then see where we end up there. So here I've put the water on the bit of mixed media card that I used for swatching, and just dipped my pen into it, and I'm using the watercolor aspect of the brush pen for the first time in this study, and it's to create sort of the metal of the helmet. And I just actually really enjoyed using these pens. Like, they were so much fun, and I felt this had so much versatility, and like I could feel myself getting more and more confident when I started using them more, and when I put the water in. And that's definitely something I'll build on with more and more sketchbook spreads, and we'll just play about and see. And that's what the sketchbook is. I think I finally seem to have lost that fear this year, when I just started and I felt comfortable picking up my sketchbook and just picking out my photos and just going for it. So please continue joining this journey if you're enjoying this video. And yes, my skills will improve both artistically and audio recording and video editing, which I'm aware here that the camera is very much focused into my hand. I've since learned to correct that, so going forward that won't be an issue. But I'm using very thick and bold lines for the face, again just because I'm not super comfortable with shading and sort of building up the layers on a face just yet, and it's a bit of a stylistic choice, we can say that for it. But it actually is, like, I liked making it quite bold, colourful. I thought with the medium, especially if I'm a bit nervous about using a new medium, I think whatever helps you play about and get started, you know, you should definitely take into consideration and not make it too hard for yourself whilst also challenging yourself. So there's definitely a fine line, but I think we're finding it, and that's what the journey is all about. So yeah, I'm going in with quite thick shadows and layers, just because of the sort of colour choices that I have with the pens. There's a very wide range of colours, but I did like just making them quite harsh, quite bold, and using the orange pen here for the hair is actually something I'm really excited. It's the reason I picked the photo. I absolutely loved the different colours, and I was like, okay, I can play about with this with my pens, like this will be exciting. That's all the little things as an artist, isn't it? Just getting excited by reference photos and different colours. And here I'm really trying to lean into the creative intuition, which for years watching YouTube videos to hear artists speaking about that would be like, ugh, like what is that and how do I get that? I don't even know. But I think this, when you're just sketching and you're looking at your photo and you're looking at your sketchbook page and you just let your hand go without even sort of having too much thought into what you're doing, which I think is a bit of an issue that I had with the digital art. I think I would think things too much, and I'd be like, I would take the sort of the layer off, put it back on, erase it, change the colors. There's way too many options, which is amazing to use, definitely. But I think it sort of takes away your ability to build up the creative intuition and your skills just by, with traditional art, you just kind of go in and you do it and you kind of have to live with it. But I definitely love keeping a bit of both in, but I think I will be doing a lot of traditional art, and I already have quite a few sketchbook spreads that I'll be uploading soon, hopefully, if I can streamline my videoing and editing process as well. So look forward to that if you're enjoying this. And I'm using my Posca pen to really bring out quite a bit of the whites and the highlights, because my sketchbook page is a bit cream, which I quite like, but we're putting in a nice little bit of white highlight, which I think my pen's broken, or I just don't use it very well, because it like squirted out all over the page there, which is fine. I'll just go back in with my black pen and cover that up. So mistakes happen, but we can easily get them covered and continue on. I do really love using my Pigma Micron ink pen. I know that maybe people feel a bit nervous about going in with it or afraid to ruin it, but I do really feel the opposite. I just let myself go absolutely loose with it, sketchy, putting in a bunch of lines, and I feel it's very forgiving. I feel like I can make it loose and sketchy and scratchy, and it really adds something extra to my drawing. And I think it really pulls it all together for me. I love the loose style. I don't like boxing it in completely and making really harsh, thick outlines, but I really do love the dynamic nature that I can achieve with these lines, and it's one of the most fun parts for me, that I just love going in with it. And maybe even to the point where I rely just a touch too heavily on it to kind of pull together my final piece, which is okay definitely for now, but I think skill wise I definitely will learn to add maybe bits more details and make my study or painting or picture a lot less dependent on these touches coming in. But I love it. I just see how it pulls the helmet in together there. It's just such a satisfying feeling. So this video that I'm doing now is not really a tutorial. I'm calling them a bit like sketchbook vlog episodes, and just a bit of sort of chatty while I get used to editing, uploading, even recording audio. This is like my 6th or 7th attempt recording audio, because I was definitely too boring and monotonous and I couldn't get it right. But so I'm not really sure. This will be the way that my videos will continue for a wee while, because I'm really enjoying it. So if you have any suggestions or anything of what you'd like to see, or the format that you like, if you want it a lot more slowed down, a lot more in detail, or if you love just like the hints of what I'm doing with just a little bit of commentary from myself, just feel free to let me know, and I'll see what I can do going forward. I promise I can't take constructive criticism, especially if it's done, in a nice way. But uploading to YouTube in itself is a scary thing, so I'll have to get used to whatever comes. But yeah, maybe we'll learn to stop crying at some point about it all, eh? So we're just starting to finish up here with my finishing details, and yeah. But please feel free to also just let me know in the comments where it is you're from, what you're enjoying in your art journey, what your struggles are, how much art means to you, and what you're wanting to achieve. Let's really try and put ourselves out there and form this community and grow together. I'd absolutely love to hear from you and chat about it, and this definitely, again, one of the main reasons I'm putting up this YouTube channel, to form a wee community. So please feel free to share, and stay tuned for the next part. It will be Scooter to Scooter Girl and all the finishing touches that I put on the spread, which I showed you at the start and again at the end here. And stay tuned for more as well of me filling up my sketchbook. Hopefully, my goal is to try and get this entire sketchbook filled by the end of the year, which will be my first ever completed sketchbook. And I can't even. We'll wait and see how we go, but that would mean so much to me. And if you were here for the journey, I would absolutely love that. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.